Browntown.
Dogs of Browntown.
Dogs of Browntown.
Dogs of
Browntown.
Town.
Ready? You count us down whenever you have time.
Navada no. Navada hashed. I'm starting at 99. I'm just kidding.
God damn it.
Sid, do, yek.
Hey! Welcome to Dogs of Browntown.
Fuck
That wasn't
yeah.
as long, but I would have let you count down from 99.
I'm learning how to count down in Serbian from 5, so hopefully by next week I'll have it.
So you're counting down from when you're going to come?
Milosevic.
Gorbachev.
No.
Gorbachev.
No.
Stalin.
I did it at Stalin. I came at
Kremlin.
Stalin. Potato. All right. To my right, we got the ever so howling at the moon, the lone wolf himself, Hormuz Rashidi.
West Side, yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
Next to him, we got the magic man himself, the ex-Laker.
Joel Berg, Joel Jimenez.
I don't know. I took too many hits of the vape.
Joel
before I
Diesel
started.
over here.
Yeah.
Joel Diesel.
Shaquille Oatmeal.
Shaquille
Oatmeal.
Did you have oatmeal for breakfast?
No, but I've used that joke for multiple corny black dudes when I roast them. Yeah.
When you call them Shaquille Oatmeal? It's
Yeah,
fucked up.
if I played a coach on Kill Tony once. I said if I coached this man, his name would be Shaquille Oatmeal.
Just
and
have it in your back pocket.
I've been reusing a lot of roast jokes.
Shaquille Osada.
But, oh,
Oh, for those, I mean, most of the who don't know, like most know, Joel Berg.
Yeah.
That was one of your. Today's episode is about jobs.
yeah.
Dogs of Jobtown.
It was one of my jobs, but
That was-
we'll get there. We'll
get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. But before we start episode, I didn't start the last episode this way. What we have behind me right now is the countdown timer as to when white people will be a minority. We didn't create this clock. No minority did. We would like to know who did. Definitely wasn't a minority.
Maybe a minority, maybe an Asian minority. I always have to note that it may have been an Asian minority.
They're obsessed with math.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly,
it.
Exactly.
That's the
Yeah,
reason. Yeah, but look how sweet it is. As always, sponsored by Ashley Furniture. Go ahead and use code Dogs of Browntown.
Stars and Stripes sale. Instant savings up to $1,000 off select items. Use the code Dogs of Browntown at Ashley Furniture and get yourself a couch.
Use the
And
code.
you guys have sat on my couch. That's from Ashley Furniture.
Is
It's a
it
great
really?
couch.
It's a great couch.
Yeah.
Wow.
You use promo code Joel's Big Dick.
You get 100% off.
100% off. Yeah, I wanted to talk about jobs today,
Yeah.
this episode, and as I don't know, as a minority, like I started working pretty early,
Yeah.
or not that early actually.
Yeah.
I worked. I started working at 17.
Okay.
Which
that's early.
kind of early, but then you hear people like, "Man, I've been working 4 jobs since I was like 13. I
Yeah.
got an illegal like job permit." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Jesus Christ, what kind of broken home do you come from?
Yeah.
You gotta start. You gotta start work that early." When did you start working?
16?
16
I
sounds
think.
about right.
Yeah, Best Buy.
Best Buy.
I worked
Whoa.
at Best Buy. when I
Oh,
was
so you were
16.
useless.
Even worse than useless. I was like conning people into buying extended warranties.
You, that doesn't sound like you at all.
You've been upselling since 16.
Hey, when you say con, you mean KHAN, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Jeez.
Genghis conning people.
Best Buy.
Amir
So
Khan. I
you
was
were-
going one or the other.
16. Yeah, every time I go into fucking Best Buy, I don't know. I ask for one thing, and they're just like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't work
Yeah.
that department. I don't know
They're
about
like, food
computers."
processors are over there.
yeah. I was like, "I need a laptop." They're like, "Sure you do, big boy. There's a fridge right over
Oh,
there."
you mean like those things that you put on your lap so you could eat while you watch TV?
Yeah. Oh my god! God damn you! He's like, "That's a TV tray."
Yeah, a lap tabletop. Yeah.
So 16, Best Buy.
Yeah.
Conning people.
Yeah,
What's the worst you've ever conned someone?
Well, so like
Allegedly.
they
Allegedly.
teach us to sell the service plans and stuff, right? The extended warranties. And then so I was just always been good at selling shit. So I would just sell the extended warranties and shit. And then I expected to get like a raise, and then they didn't give me a raise. They were like, "You got to increase your hours." I'm like, "I'm in high school. I can't work full time."
You're not trying to be serious here at Best Buy?
Yeah. They wanted me to work full time, and I was like, "I can't. I'm in high school. Like, this is a part-time job." And they're like, "Okay, we can't give you a raise then." So then I just stopped selling all the warranties and shit. I just became a bad employee. I was like, "All right." And then on certain days they would do certain promotions where like whoever sold the most warranties would get like a $200 gift card to Best Buy, and then that day I would rip it.
Damn,
turn it
fuck
on.
yeah,
I'd turn it
dude.
on.
I
sell
love
them
this
all.
shit. I don't have that. Like, I used to do a joke. I said if I was a salesman, the only thing I'd sell is myself short.
You got us, dude. God damn you. God damn you.
Hey, it worked in the room.
It worked in the room, huh? Wait, how young were you?
Well, how far? Like, it does like going to my dad's auto shop and cleaning up at like 12. count?
Does child
No, I don't
labor
think
count?
that counts. No.
No, okay,
Because
then
then I've been working for a lot longer.
Yeah, I was gonna say child labor. That could count.
No, my first job was so I dropped out of high school, second semester of 10th grade, maybe first semester of 10th grade, and then when I turned 18, I got a job at Target.
If
So,
you would have stayed for 10th grade, he would have learned the difference first and second semester.
yeah, probably.
That was the year.
Don't bring math into this.
Wait, there's two. Never mind.
Yeah, I worked at Target. I got
Fourth
a.
semester of second.
Fight him, dude. Right now.
I would never. This guy jumped
Bite
my
his
car
nipple
today,
off,
dude.
Joel.
He's good forever. No, I worked at Target. I worked in the stock room at Target when I was 18 years old. It was my first job. I didn't have GED. They took me, and I was, loading, doing batches to send out to the floor to restock the floor and stuff like that.
Was it fun? Because that seems like a decent job.
It was cool, man. I feel like I felt at the time that they kind of take advantage of kids who are paying off student loans or their car payments, and kind of there was a little bit of shadiness going on as far as like
How'd they take advantage?
like ghost clocking out and shit like that, like
What's
Ghost
that? What's
clocking
that?
out
Like-
illegal stuff.
allegedly clocking out during your lunch break but working through your lunch break, and then
But what if you didn't work through your lunch break? You're like, I'm not doing that.
you didn't have to, but there is that culture of like it's like cops like fucking they're like.
Wow.
But I remember like, just crazy, a lot of hours, but it was fun. I mean, it was nice to have a paycheck and have my own money. What the fuck was I gonna say?
White bitches.
I don't know what you're talking about. But like there were all these rules in the stockroom, like you weren't allowed to climb on the shelves, but you got to get the batches done. Like you have like a certain amount of time to get everything in the thing to push out to the floor.
Were you trying to climb the shelves?
I was absolutely climbing shelves in the stockroom. They have ladders and shit, but it takes too long to move the ladder.
What the fuck
Dog.
are you saying? What
So
are you
I'm
doing?
fucking like monkey climbing,
You're
like
free climbing
yeah,
to get fucking
yeah,
like
yeah, in the
diapers up?
stockroom, yeah, getting like shit climbing up there, dropping it. Yeah,
I gotta stop at the summit up here.
yeah,
The
yeah.
fucking- what the
I remember I
fuck
had
are
a
you
fit, like a
doing?
WD-40 can that was like a radio. It was like a fake whatever. My dad's a mechanic. He probably got it free somewhere. I remember listening to Dodger games on that while like pulling things. And then eventually they made it. You weren't allowed to wear headphones, but we would still kind of like sneak one while we're doing it. It was fun. I learned a lot. I used to get so baked on my break. I remember bringing a bong in my backpack and on lunch taking full bong rips. I had a vaporizer with like a car plug-in adapter that we would go vape.
One of those the wooden box
Yeah, the
ones.
old like box one.
Vapor Brothers.
I was selling weed at the time too, so I was like getting
Multiple jobs.
yeah.
You
I
were
was
on the clock while you were on the clock.
allegedly selling weed, but I was not good at it.
The allegedly.
We just did an episode on snitching, all right? I'm not snitching on myself.
I'll
I don't
switch
know.
on Best Buy real quick.
Bragging.
You talking about restocking reminded me when I was working at Best Buy. Like at the end of the night, we'd have to restock the stuff we sold, and it would be like all at the very top, and you'd have to pull ladders up and go grab them, and then carry them down. They're pretty heavy shit too. And I remember my supervisor taught me. He's like, yeah, just grab the stereos and stuff and throw them on the ground. Just throw them from the top down.
Yeah.
So we'd be throwing electronics down,
Yeah.
and then it would be. I was like, what if it breaks though? And then he told me, he's like, if it breaks, the guy's just going to bring it back to exchange it for another one. And that's when you go, yeah, you're lucky that it broke during your warranty. Because if it was 30 days later, you wouldn't be able to return it. But for only $20, you get 3, and we just sell another warranty to them because we break
Fucking
it.
hell, dude.
So we would break shit. They'd take it home. It'd be broken. We'd bring it back. Be like, yep, these break really easy. You might want to get an extended warranty on that one.
Hell yeah.
It's like, oh, I gently placed it places. Like, yeah, they break pretty
Yeah,
easy.
that's how they.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
used
yeah.
to. There was this one receiver. You guys have all had receivers right in your house, like a stereo
Yeah,
receiver.
for sure.
They last forever.
Okay.
You can have one from the 70s. It's still running. 50 years later, they last forever. There was one receiver that when you turn up the volume, the display one, it would say overload. So I would take people when they were buying a receiver, I'd help them pick out a receiver, and then I'd be like, these new receivers are more like computers than the old receivers that you're used to. You know how like computers have like Intel processors. These have Dolby Digital processors. I'd just be making up shit, and then I'd walk over to this one receiver, turn up the volume, and it would say overload. I'd be like, you can get an overload. Yeah. And then I would show them this one.
Oh my God.
And then I'd be like, but for a warrant, I would sell so many fucking extended
How old
warrants.
were you?
16?
Evil
17?
genius.
How do you think about scheming at 16?
Well, I mean, the whole culture was scheming.
Yeah, but you take to it like.
Yeah, I took to it like a fish
What
in
do you
water.
think? Where do you think that comes from?
I think it comes from the
Come
bazaar.
on.
I think it comes from the
Interesting.
markets.
Yeah.
I was gonna
the
say I didn't
bazaar
want to
markets.
say it.
Yeah.
He's gotten in his blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want saffron, buddy? This is the best saffron. I pick myself.
Overload saffron. He's overload.
You want extended warranty on the saffron because the flavor might go away, but with the warranty you
Do
exchange.
you have
give fresh-
non-open-toed shoes? No? Do we have shoes in the back?
Everyone's wearing sandals out here. What is that? Do you have open-toed shoes? Yeah. Somebody shows up with sneakers on. You cannot enter mosque with closed-toed shoes.
Yeah, you cannot enter mosque with Nikes.
Yeah, you show your feet to God. I'm interested to know what your first job was. So,
John's Incredible Pizza. It's like it was a chain of like Chuck E. Cheese knockoffs.
Oh, really?
But they had this like a giant arcade with a pizza buffet.
And Saul was the mascot.
I was the mascot. Dude, pizza was $3 for all you can eat pizza.
What?
Wait, what?
For employees.
$3
okay.
for
$3
what?
is like every time.
A
I
whole
like,
pizza?
No, all you can eat
Oh,
pizza.
shit. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
It was like a CC's quality style
Saul
pizza.
was skinny before he worked.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Johns. You know what you did.
It was like and then like I just put a bunch of tokens in my pocket, so I'd walk around like a mob boss. Well, here's two tokens.
That's
Wait a
fun.
second.
How'd you
yeah.
fit that many black dudes in your pocket? Seriously, tell me.
It's like a white lady's purse, dude.
Yeah.
It fit
Oh,
as
yeah.
many black dudes as I
Yeah.
want in there.
Wow.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but I was like a sad, fat teenager.
How old
So
were
it's
you?
like,
You
I
were
was 17.
Okay.
17, just with my shirt tucked in,
Man.
just not good.
Polo? Was it a polo
Yeah, it was
shirt?
a polo with a purple polo, walking
Fuck.
around looking like Grimace,
Yeah.
sweeping, giving people tokens out. I was like, and they had like bumper cars, and I was like,
What?
the worst employee ever? Because
Yeah.
I mean, I gave up 2 weeks in.
It's called John's Incredible Pizza.
It was
John.
Is it still a thing?
John, can you
I have
Google
no
that?
idea.
I want to see what these uniforms. I want to see how do they have bumper cars?
Oh, they had bumper cars and a virtual 3D reality machine, like the ones that fucking spin around in
Yeah.
the air and shit.
But where are the bumper cars? Inside?
Inside, yeah, it was like a giant. It had 3 rides. They had teacups, so
Yeah.
like I would work.
What
the,
the fuck?
I would work the teacup ride.
There's one in Carson.
Yeah,
Damn,
I'd
we
work the
should go.
teacup ride, and I would consistently make kids throw up because I just spin the teacups.
Fuck
You
yeah.
are.
Yeah, and then like they'd throw up, and I wouldn't clean it. They'd be like, "Saul, you gotta clean it." I'm like, "I'm not gonna do that. You guys don't pay me enough to
John's
clean
Incredible
it." Throw up."
Pizza.
There's baby Saul right there.
Oh, you talking about the girl or you talking about the boy? I don't know which one you're talking about. It applies to both.
Oh, I want to see the rides.
Dude,
Yeah, I don't know how they
this
are
looks
now.
way better than
Oh,
Chuck
there's
E.
the bumper
Cheese.
car. It was Summer Fun Pass. Wow.
Yeah, we could go. I told you about the heist I tried to pull after I quit. I think I've talked about it on a couple podcasts.
I feel like Joel's not allowed within 200 feet of this place, but
Yeah, Joel.
That's because I'm not allowed near bears.
yeah, yep, that's why.
It's a good first job though, because I worked in the arcade section. So I
Oh,
just,
cool. Okay, now I
does
see the
look
bumper
fun.
cars.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to wear the mascot costume?
No, that shit was too hot.
You know, that was like I always wanted that to be one of my jobs when I was a kid. I was like, that seems fun. I'm fucking.
It is not fun.
Well, because I don't like to dance because I don't know what to do with my face, but put me in a mascot costume, I'll fucking.
This is what you
Cut
do with
a
your
rug.
face. Mac Dre taught me what to do with your face. You just do a thiz face, which is like you smell something bad, but you kind of like it.
No.
That's what Lockwood does.
Lockwood? Yeah, Lockwood does. Yeah, Matt Lockwood. Comedian
Yeah.
Matt Lockwood does do fizz face the
Yeah,
whole time.
yeah.
Yeah, he does do that.
Fuck.
Like he just shit his pants.
But if I had, what I'm saying is, if
But
I had
the
a
Groot is too
mascot
good.
costume, I'd be good.
It sucks. The guy who
sucks.
did
That-
it.
that seems
the-
awful.
The guy who did it, the fan, it was a big ass giant astronaut head. The fan would go out in the head.
there's a fan in
there's
the
a
head.
fan in the head because if not, you're gonna pass out
gonna
from
die.
overheating.
Fuck,
so he
dude.
would take it off, and you'd see a pool of sweat water come out from the head, and he'd come out. He'd go,
Oh, those things can't smell good either,
no,
man.
he smelled awful.
Can't smell good.
God damn.
And he didn't even do the dancing you wanted to do. He
Yeah.
didn't need boot, scoot, and boogie that
Yeah.
you want to do.
He was just
he was just
standing
walking around
around.
saying hi to people.
Damn.
I can't imagine doing like some sort of Dodger dance.
Well, what about like the fucking like the ones who dunk and shit at the games and stuff? That looks fun.
That does look fun, but it's probably still hot as fuck in
yeah,
that.
they
gorilla
probably get
outfit
some
and
good
shit.
money.
I was doing a Little Caesars commercial, and the guy, the Ram, was
Yeah.
a part of the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay.
That guy is kind of a douche.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, because he's like walking around doing backflips for all the girls.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Hey, what's it going? How's it going?" He's
Yeah.
just like, "How's it going?" Yeah. You feeling
With the
good?"
uniform on? No.
With the
Oh, shit.
ram head on,
You wanna get
talking
rammed?
to people. Yeah. Like that guy's really into his job, like how you're talking
Fuck,
about,
man.
doing flips when he shouldn't. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, man,
Yeah,
fucking
relax.
take it easy, dude.
How does the head stay on? Centrifugal force? Or you think he's got a
my
strap of
trick
some
is a
sort?
little gorilla tape.
Yeah.
Really keep it in there. That's
right.
All right, you weirdo.
He takes it off. He's just got a huge head. It's like,
It was a good job though, man. It's a good first job. I did try to steal from it towards the end. I think I've talked about that, where
Okay.
I stole a bunch of tickets and I tried to use it at a different John's Incredible Pizza.
did it work?
No, it didn't work.
Oh.
One of the guys I trained was like, "Didn't you train me?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm very fat and recognizable.
That's
So
good.
if I train you once, you're gonna definitely know." He's like,
Nobody's gonna
he's
forget
like,
so-
I'm not gonna redeem these tickets. I
Well,
was
you
like,
also don't
"My
forget
bad."
the person that trains you for your first job. You know, like I remember the guy who trained me at Target. His name was Omar, and he was like pretty intense, dude.
Yeah.
Like later on, he was cool. Once you like got, he was really funny, but he was like, you know, fucking team leader style at Target, and it was
Yeah.
wild.
Shout
But I
out Omar
pulled-
Nava.
Yeah, right.
I pulled popular comedian move before I was a popular comedian. I was like, "Who are you now?"
Ah, hilarious.
He's like, "I trained you." I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm in trouble."
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember
this at
people
all.
who trained me.
Yeah.
and
Fuck.
shit.
All right. God damn. All right.
Wild.
Well, whatever. What was okay? That was the first job.
Yeah.
First job you'll never forget or
Yeah.
whatever. But what was the worst job you've ever had?
Probably being a line cook.
A line cook.
It wasn't the worst. It was the hardest. It was hard work, man. Like, Target. Then I left there. I tried to reapply, but I walked out before my 2 weeks. So the computer said I was unhireable again at Target.
Why'd you walk out after your?
I put my 2 weeks notice in because I was sick of working there, and then I just like balanced. I was like, I put my 2 weeks in. I don't need to be here 2 weeks. Like it's over. I
You're a
was
young kid.
mentally
You're like,
out. Yeah.
You're fuck off.
Then I like remember applying to Trader Joe's. And they took me to like 3 interviews. That didn't work. Thank God.
I heard
And-
Trader Joe's is a great place to work.
Yeah, it's a great place to work.
That's what I've
Anyway.
heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
your feelings are hurt. You were like, yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
I wanted
They
it.
strung me along for 3 interviews. I thought I had
That's
it.
a lot.
Trader Joel's.
Yeah.
Trader Joel's.
Hit me. Have
Have you had the anxiety chicken? It's good.
It's really good. Yeah, the meat is tender because they're just worried
been
all the
shaking
time.
the whole
Yeah, yeah. You heard of shake and bake? This is shake and. Anyway,
Shake and shake.
shake. But then I was I don't know why they didn't hire me. I was doing Muay Thai at the time, and I was like prepping for this fight I was having. I don't know if I talked too much about fighting in my interview because I was like really in it, and I don't know what they thought. Anyway, they didn't hire me, and then they were opening a skate park in my neighborhood. And I was like, I'm the fucking guy. I'm like skater guy. I grew up in that neighborhood. I knew all the kids already. Went to that interview, got that job, worked there for almost 10 years.
What do you do at a skate?
I was there getting like waivers signed. That job sucked because I was like a pad dad. I had to like make even professional skaters wear like sign waivers.
Oh, you
And
were a lifeguard
I
for
was
fucking
yeah.
skaters?
Nothing worse because the kids are like, they hate you, dude. I have to like, helmets, put your helmets on. And like at this time,
Nerd.
yeah.
Worse than nerd.
Dude.
Very
yeah.
much worse
oh, yeah.
than nerd.
Slurs.
yeah, slurs.
yeah.
I was going to say.
But at the time I was like, my dad had gotten hurt. He was gardening and he like shattered his knee. My mom's disabled. So I kind of, in that period of time, kind of became like the man of the house and was like doing the house payments, all of that. Right. And so I didn't fuck around. Like I was like, heavy on the rules. I couldn't risk to lose that job. So like I was very intense about it. And now I look back and I was like, I probably
Get
could have
those
been a little
pads
more.
on. My dad has a shattered knee.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You
I
wanna
got to
be
make
like
that
my
house
dad.
payment, dog. Like, whatever. And so a lot of skaters really hated me, man. Like I had pro skaters yell at me, like telling me I treated them like criminals, this and all this shit. The one time this Marine probably had, what is it? It's PTSD, right? When you're like fucked up. One time he came, I wasn't working that day, but somebody said, hey, you got to wear a helmet. And he goes, I'd rather die. And he threw the helmet, got in his white Mazda, and we didn't see him again for a very long time.
And he died.
I was gonna say you probably killed
Probably
himself.
died.
No, I saw him hiking like maybe a year ago
Into the forest to
Highland
die.
Park. Yeah, and he knew me from Kiltony. He like came. He's like, "Hey man, remember me? Like whatever. Like you're doing good." So that was pretty cool.
You're
but
not a narc no more. I like it.
yeah, that
Thank
job
you.
was tough because I was battling with my like skateboarding coolness and like this. I really need this job.
You were a skateboard cop and they hated you.
Yeah, exactly. And then from there, I think. What did I do?
Did you ever have any moments where like they were like, "Oh, you're a lame," and then you grabbed the skateboard and did the trick, and everybody was like, "He's actually kind of cool."
Nah, not really. That's all movie shit. I was okay at skating, so did have nice moments with the kids. Like, my favorite thing was watching a kid do the first thing in his life, like watching that thing unlock in his brain, like seeing kids learn an ollie or dropping in. That would inspire me more than some pro coming and doing like the coolest shit. Would be like a 4 or 5 year old learning how to fucking even just stand on the board. I was like, that kept me in it. I was like, this is awesome. Or kind of being protective of the kids who were a little nerdy, getting picked on and shit.
Yeah.
Or a lot of times like skater kids will say crazy shit, and I would always think, well, what if there's like some closeted kid hearing that? I want him to feel comfortable. I would kind of not police their language, but be like, come on, guys, like chill, like whatever.
Fuck.
yeah.
You were even telling them to wear pads on their vocabulary.
Well, I didn't want them dropping crazy shit, and like I knew that you can.
What if they come up with a new, really cool, crazy shit?
Well,
though?
they did. This kid Manny, he would come up every day. He would say the N-word a lot. Little Mexican kid.
Oh, here
and
we
I was
go.
like, Manny, you can't say that, dude. You gotta chill. And then one day he got the brilliant for Manny. He showed up and he goes, "What's up, my N-word?" And he just started using that, like saying, "Yeah, that's my N-word." He wouldn't say the word; he'd say my N-word. And
I'd
I was
have
like,
been there. I'd have been like, sick Olive.
"Yeah." He found a
You
loophole.
landed it.
I can't tell him not to say that. It's not technically a slur.
Yeah, I mean it's a loophole until a black guy slaps you in your face.
Yeah, this guy
What's
was.
up, my end?
Yeah. This kid Manny was cool though. He was pretty cool with all the black dudes
Yeah.
too. So some of these kids had swag like you won't believe, dude. But I went from there to being unemployed for a while, and then my buddy got me a job as a line cook. I had never done it before. He's like, "You learn fast?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go," and then did that. And that was the hardest job because
Was that worse than being a skate cop?
no, because at least you're there with men. You're there with adults.
Yeah, you're there with men.
Adults and like you can like that's the only thing close to what we do when we're riffing in the back and we're saying awful shit. Like a kitchen is free zone to be your complete self. Like,
Yeah.
Kitchen talk is fucking insane.
We should hire pedophiles to be skate cops.
Yeah.
Like, keep those bones nice and safe, young man.
Well, then the kids
We don't
are
want them
fucking-
breaking, all right?
Yeah.
I'm keeping my eye on your bones.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say that that just the hardest work. I would drink that red line shit. You ever seen that stuff?
Yes!
Yeah, I would drink that to make it through shifts, man. After my shift, I'd go straight to the liquor store, get a tall can of shot.
King
fucking
Cobra,
drink.
tall can of King Cobra.
No, probably
Uppers in the morning, downers at night.
probably Heineken or like Bud Light, whatever. But just
classy.
getting fucked up. You got a free beer after your shift. But I was working in Culver City, so and Culver cops are like known to pull you over, so they'd always be like, "Be careful, don't drink too much here before you." So I'd take it home, get fucked up there.
Nice.
But that moment where you go into the walk-in fridge and it's like cool, and you have a moment of like.
I've had a bunch of scream cries and walk-ins.
Yeah, dude, yeah. You have a moment, you go into the walk-in, you're just like. And then somebody opens the door and you're just like, all right, we're back to it, grabbing doughs and shit.
No, they'd come in, they go, scream cry?
Yeah.
We done it. Scream
Yeah,
cry.
dude. So that was the hardest working one. The skate park was probably the worst one.
Wow. Wow. I guess hormones. Do you want me to go? Or you?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. The worst job I ever had was at Babies R Us.
Oh shit!
I was
Selling
working-
babies, huh?
Selling babies,
Yeah.
Russian ones.
You keep them out of your fucking mouth. They're good people. The Russians.
I don't know.
Your
These
girl's
ones
not
were-
Russian, you know that, right?
Yeah, but she's adjacent.
right.
She speaks Russian.
Yeah, but these ones were orphans, and I fed them gruel. You
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, they
But that's
loved it.
that's what they eat.
Like, ugh. No, I stocked preemie baby diapers.
Whoa.
I had a
Wow,
specific
like
sad.
section.
tiny little diapers.
Tiny little diapers. I mainly stacked those, and they're tinier than you. They're like little origami. That's how big they are. Little origami. Like Jesus
Dude.
Christ. Yeah. So I stocked those mostly, and then like I was awful at my job because it started at 5 a.m.
Man.
You got to go in there and make sure all the labels are up to date. You got to make sure stuff's not
Were
expired.
you smoking weed back then? too?
No,
Okay,
I
okay.
wasn't. I
All right.
wasn't. And I think I'd have fared better if I smoked weed.
You've gotten the labels wrong, though.
yeah.
People would be getting sales.
I didn't even do the labels at all. At least the
I
labels
bought
would have
these
been fun.
tiny diapers for my toddler. I don't know what happened. They fit his foot.
A manager came over here like this section, like some of the items are like, expired for like a month. I was like, man, that's wild. I didn't even see that. I overlooked that.
That's my section.
Yeah, that's my fault. And
Damn.
I was there for like 3-4 months before like put my 2 weeks in. I was like, they're gonna fire me.
Yeah.
Dude, I was taking naps. Like I wouldn't free climb like you were, but I'd get to the very top of the thing. I would take naps on top of the preemie diaper boxes, and they were soft because those are made for little
what
babies.
is a mattress other than a bunch of diapers stuffed into a cube?
A bunch of not ready babies, that's all it was. But it was
Man.
a good little mattress. So like, I'd keep the radio on my chest. I'd go up there, I'd sleep for like an hour.
Holy
and they're like,
shit.
anybody seen Saul? I'd be like, oh fuck.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was the worst job I've ever had. Cause
What? Yeah.
I was early. I'm not a good early person. I hated most of my coworkers. Like one of my coworkers who worked with me was like one of those chicks who just put her hand in your food, going, "You're gonna eat that." So she would constantly put her
no.
hand. Can I have one? And in her hand, I'd be like, "We've met 3 times."
Yeah.
I would tell a person like, "We've met 3 times. What are you doing?" She's like, "Yeah, but I just wanted one." I was like, "What are you doing?"
You ask first and then you reach.
No way. This
Fucking
person,
weirdo.
like, she got checked by people in the past. She goes, "Why does nobody like me?" Because you reach for stuff and then ask for it, and they get mad when people get weirded out.
Yeah.
So it was like coworkers like that, and just like fools in and out of county.
Yeah.
Because I worked out in the back, and then but like my best friend got me the job. My best friend Juan, and like you could just tell he was like, "Man, if you weren't my best friend, I'd have fired you like immediately."
Damn.
But he had to be like, I gotta let him sleep in the goddamn preemie diapers because he
Yeah.
knew what it was doing.
Yeah.
That's always tough too with the line cook job. A friend got it for me, so I had to be good because then it falls on him.
Isn't that the worst where you
sucks.
have to be good when the job sucks?
I've never been in that situation.
And when
You've
I
never?
Where I have to be good because I got a job through a friend. Like, no. Like, I'm still going to be me.
I'm
you
still
know,
gonna
you
be
know
myself.
who you hired.
Yeah, see, that's
You know
different.
me.
Yeah, that's different. I wouldn't be like,
I don't
need
think he
hormones
did
for
know
this.
who he hired. I think I probably acted like I was ready for it a lot more than I was,
Yeah, but he knew what I was. I was like, dude, at the time, I was like gambling every single day.
Nah,
I was like,
back then.
back then. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'd be like gambling till like 2 a.m. and then coming into work after
Oh,
like 3 hours of
man.
sleep, sleeping on preemie diapers.
That stuff is depressing. When you're
Yeah.
tired and you come to like a shitty job, that shit hurts your body and your soul, man.
For
I think
sure.
about drinking, like the way I would drink, and then you're hungover. You got to come do this like lunch rush fucking thing, and you're dying, and that's why cocaine and all that shit's so big in kitchen communities. And
Yeah,
all
cocaine
that.
and methamphetamines.
Yeah,
I
for
worked.
sure.
I worked with a lot of meth heads, but the drinking thing too. Like I worked with some savage in that aspect. They'd come in hungover. They'd be busy. They'd go be like, all right, I'll be right back. They'd go to the restroom. They'd throw up, wash their hands, come back. Like I knew fools would just like,
Yeah.
all right, I gotta go puke real quick.
Yeah.
Puke, come back, finish the perfect chicken parmesan.
Yeah. Did you read Kitchen Confidential?
I did, like,
it's
twice,
that's
yeah.
wild shit.
Anthony
That-
Bourdain's like my hero. That's not related to stand up at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
yeah, that
all
book's fucking gnarly, dude. All this shit. Yeah, I mean, what a fucking crazy
You would be
world.
described as a character. Like I could see you, Joel
Yeah.
Jimenez. He
Yeah,
like
but
hardly he hated
the
being- he had
anxiety
tattoos and
guy.
anxiety.
Yeah.
He's a shaky handed.
I love the when he's like training with somebody and he's like he keeps having to get a towel to grab the pan or something, and then his like teacher goes and like just grabs the fucking hot pan with his hands and like puts it down. It's in the book. He's like he's like, fuck, this guy was built different.
I can
like
do
his
that.
hands were just
You
callous.
can. No, you just end up having you end up having callous
man.
hands. You don't have a choice because when you're working seven like saute pans,
Yeah.
you're going like that the whole time. You're chicken parm, pasta,
Yeah.
just like that. You don't have necessarily. That was fun.
Yeah.
that was fun to do. It's factory work.
That's
that
like
you
a
have to
bit
do.
like a badge of honor too in that world. It's like the suffering is part of it.
When
know?
you learn to cook like a Mexican or a Guatemalan, like and then they accept you,
Yeah,
because like we
for
will
sure.
forever like they'll there's a little bit of acceptance where they kind of like you because you're brown, but they know there's a difference culturally.
Of course,
like
yeah.
there's still a little bit of resistance, but as soon as they start calling you gay and start bringing you food, from like, hey, my wife made this, you're like, oh fuck, I'm
making
one,
you
I'm one of
lunch
them.
or whatever.
I'm one of, and it feels good in that aspect, but at the
Yeah.
same time, like, most of those guys are like con men.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Hormos, worst job.
I'd say the worst job I ever had was working for Donor Services Group here in Hollywood.
Wait, what now?
It's just a phone bank that a lot of comics would do it because it's like a day
I
job
remember
you can
hearing
do for.
that, yeah.
You can work at whatever hours you want, and you'd show up and you'd put on a headset and you'd start calling people, be like, "Hi, thank you for your support of Amnesty International. This is what we've been doing." And you ask people for more money, and it sucks because I hate being on the phone.
Me too, yeah.
I'm like I like talking to people in person, but in the phone
text.
I hate it.
Yeah.
And also it's just like you're calling people who are supposed to be part of this organization that donate money, and they're just getting hung up on, and people being like, "Get rid of my number," and you're just being yelled at by people. That's probably the worst. Or I also like used to go door to door for
Oof,
California
that's
Peace
tough.
Action and be like, "Hi, we're currently in war with Iraq," and blah, blah, and then boom, like doors getting slammed in my face. Or did you know clean water? And boom, clean
Wow.
water now. Like I would
Yeah.
go door to door for these organizations when I was in college, and those jobs fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't get looked at as human anymore. You're a nuisance.
Right.
Yeah, I did door to door for the skate park because I was like, at one point they put me on salary to like teach me how to be a community organizer because I was like in the hood, like working the park and all that. And that door to door shit is anxiety.
Brutal.
Fucking
Well, it's for whatever reason, it always feels like these people show up at the wrong time, like when I'm taking a shit,
Yeah.
or
Right.
when I'm baking a cake. you
Well,
know
and
what I
they
mean?
tell
well,
you to
in their
call-
defense, you are always doing one of those.
one
two.
or the other. I'm either baking cakes or shit.
or shitting that cake.
And then someone like Hormos comes in. Actually, Iraq, like fuck Iraq forever.
Yeah, or getting baked and eating cake. Is,
yeah.
But I used to work in college. I had a job working at the 24-hour fitness. I worked the graveyard shift, and that job ripped because I was the only employee there during the night, and I was just like the guy there who just checks people in, right?
Yeah.
And I would go and I would put up the sign that says "Be back in 15" or whatever, and then I would go.
You were back in an hour, you asshole.
Not even that. I would go
Next
put that sign
week.
up.
Yeah.
I'd go into the back and I would stack the towels because we had like a laundry machine that would be doing towels. I'd
Yeah.
stack the towels on this table and I would just go to sleep. It would be nighttime. I'd be going to sleep, and then I'd wake up
Yeah.
I'd set an alarm to like wake me up every like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I'd wake up and I'd like walk around, make sure everything's okay, and then I'd like go back to sleep.
Fuck.
One time my buddies were in town. And I was like in college, I didn't give a fuck. So I just put the sign up and left the whole club. The club was empty. It was just a sign that says "Be back in 15." I was gone all night. And then my manager
Caught on.
of course, he brought me in for a meeting and was like, "What happened?" Whatever. And I've always been cool with all my managers. I've been like friends with them. So it's hard to fire me.
Yeah.
So he's like, "What happened?" And I was like, "Oh, I had some buddies in town, so I just went out drinking and partying with them. I'm really sorry, it won't happen again." And he's like, "It better not." And I still had my job.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
You're unfireable.
I slept there. When I worked at the gym in my college, I used to put towels down underneath this table, and I would just go sleep underneath the table.
Fuck
Pretty good, yeah. Pretty good. Me and Saul, we sleep on our job.
I can't. I don't sleep well, so I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, best job.
I think the comedy store
door
is
guy.
a job.
Comedy
Yeah.
store
Comedy
door-
store door guy. I
outside of
assumed
comedy
all
store
three
door-
of us.
Yeah, let's take comedy store door guy out because comedy store door guy.
We
you're
can
just-
keep that in, but
No,
have
it
a story.
counts.
No, it doesn't have to necessarily count. I knew we were all going to kind of agree
It's
in
obvious.
this aspect of it being obvious. A door guy at the comedy store. It's as
Oh, I got one.
it's as cool as it's as cool as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
You know, but it's how I I didn't really. There's some door guys that fucking complain a lot. It's like fucking
Yeah.
alright,
Yeah.
fucking
Relax.
settle down.
Yeah.
Never done any real work if you're
Yeah,
complaining
it's like,
about the door
fucking,
guy
this
job.
isn't their job. We got lucky.
For
All
sure.
right?
Yeah.
But okay, so outside of the Comedy Store.
Well, this is kind of outside, but drumming, being on Kill Tony was pretty great.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that had to have been.
Yeah, I got to pay my bills with comedy. We would tour everywhere. Like,
That's sick.
I got to go to Australia, Ireland, England.
And you got to deal with Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
One of the nicest guys in the industry.
Yeah, what a great guy. I love him.
Oh, so cool.
Can we edit that out? No. Yeah, that was. I mean, it was awesome. It's one of those things that like I look back and go, damn, I worked really hard, but it didn't feel like work at the time.
Yeah, it didn't even look like work. You have
Yeah.
any idea how? Not I guess envious, but like I'm like, man, that's gotta be cool to be a fucking drummer on like one of the best podcasts.
Yeah, it was
on
fun,
the
man.
internet, man. To be recognized from just drumming and then just like you just sniping from the side with your jokes.
It was great. Yeah, I didn't have to be like out front, but like but also stressful. I mean, people were coming to drum battle me in every state, and in fucking London, I had to battle this guy. Like it was stressful.
Did you lose any of them?
No.
You're like, I'm
But
me.
the people will argue that I did. There's videos of like on YouTube, like proof that Joel lost this drum off.
Who the fuck made that video?
But he's right, I did. But also with like charm and like working the room, I still won, you know.
Yeah,
But,
of course.
But that was really fun, man. And that was tough when the pandemic happened and it all went away. It hit me like when my money started to run out. I was like, oh fuck, I have to go work a job now. So I ended up delivering wine, working at a tattoo shop.
Did that hurt your ego a little bit?
Not really, maybe a little bit. I mean, what was tough was like I was still working a job I only made money when we toured. So like I would come back, I was a barista, and so that was tough. Like we just came back from a sold out theater show in London to like, do you want oat milk or almond milk?
Well, that's just the industry itself.
That was a little
That's
tough
just how
for
it
me,
works,
yeah,
man.
for a little while. But yeah, I don't know. No, it fucked with me for sure. During the pandemic, it got scary for a while because I was running out of money, and I was like, I gotta figure something out. And it was sad because they had moved on, done their thing, which I didn't want to go to Texas, but and I'm delivering wine on like a hot day and like sweeping at this tattoo shop and shit, and they were really fun, good jobs, but man, from like signing autographs and doing shit like that, yeah. But that's comedy.
Also, you're a part of. Which there's nothing against the Kill Tony crew.
Yeah.
You're a part of the Kill Tony crew, and you're not Joel Jimenez. Just individually, you again like away from the Kill Tony. Now
Yeah.
you could just showcase yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. You're not just Joelberg.
Yeah.
You're Joel Jimenez.
Which I'm okay with that. But yeah, it took me a long time too to shed the idea that I wasn't a drummer on a podcast. Like people didn't even know. One time, fucking somebody, I had posted a stand-up clip. I had just hit 10 years, maybe 11 years. And somebody goes, oh, you're doing stand-up now. And I was like, I've been doing this forever. So I made a conscious choice to stop taking drum gigs at comedy venues and stuff like that. And that was like, Chappelle Lacey said he saw me roll up one time and he said my face was just like, I didn't want to be here. I was drumming for some show in the Belly. And that hurt me to be coming to the store to do something that was not stand-up, really. Right. That was tough for me for a while.
Stand-up can be tough because it's one of the only industries where you could be doing it 10, 15 years and you're going to be a news face.
Yeah, for
you're
sure.
Like, this is a new comedian.
But perspective-wise, I'm very lucky. I love all of it. I'm not bummed, or I try not to have an ego about those things. Like it's all good. We're all very lucky. For sure. It could be a lot worse. So, whatever.
No, that's great.
But that was my best job, I think.
Yeah,
was touring and like
it'll come back too, and I think
for sure. And now it'll be on my terms. It'll be for me. I'll be able to like do my thing, So it's been great.
Way more exciting.
Yeah,
like kind of when you come here, there's the worry of like some people like where you get paid as a regular or you're just hanging around. They're like, who's gonna take me on the road with them?
Yeah,
who am I gonna open for? Which is cool, but I've never had that.
Yeah,
want. It'd be cool to open for someone.
I do.
But I've always wanted to be the guy.
Yeah,
you know. What I mean?
I do just to practice so that when I am the guy, I'm ready. It's a little bit of training wheels, like people taking you on the road,
Yeah.
And I've been lucky enough to have that, but yeah.
To obviously go on the road with someone and have their fans to become your fans.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
That's cool too.
That would
be
cool, but I don't want to depend on someone else.
But you've been doing longer sets for a while already too, so it's not like doing 20, 30 minutes before a big headliner is like, wow, okay, now I get to practice doing 30 minutes. It's
That's
like,
true.
you've been there already.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at, where I don't get a lot of those opportunities too. I do, but I want to work the 30. I want to get to 45. I want to be like ready and stable, you know.
Yeah.
What's the longest you've done?
An hour.
An hour, yeah. See, I've done maybe 30 is the longest, yeah.
Okay.
I'm headlining Chatterbox in October, and I think that's 30,
30,
right? Yeah.
It's 30 minutes.
So I'm working towards that right now.
It's not only 30 minutes, but it's one of the best rooms.
For sure. I
in
love
LA.
it. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
so receptive. It's one of the best bar shows in the country.
That was a big milestone for me when I got like booked there, because at the time in LA it was like the show, you know. And then like this last time I had a good set. Steve pulled me aside. He's like, I want to get you a headlining thing. Sat me down, got me the date. So I'm excited about it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a lot of like Latin people
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
Latino.
My whole family's probably gonna come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
I
whatever.
like that. And they're not coming to see Joelberg. They're coming to see
No.
fucking Joel.
Yeah, and if they
Jimenez.
are good, like I'm fine. I'll
No,
never. Yeah.
Fuck Joelberg,
Yeah,
dog.
nah.
We ain't none of this kill Tony shit.
I'm
We're
happy
out here.
anybody knows me from anything.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
but,
kidding.
Yeah.
Hormos? Best job?
Best
That's
job.
not the store?
I'd say when I was living in the Bay, my last job when I was living in the Bay was like delivering subpoenas around the Bay. So I would just
Your best job is bad news.
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't bad news subpoenas though. It was
okay.
mostly like it was medical files that like I'd have to go deliver a subpoena to a
You
hospital.
have AIDS.
yeah.
I'd go to a hospital, deliver a thing,
gonna be
saying
skinny.
like, "We need these documents," and then they'd give me these documents, or they'd know that they need to get the documents ready for the next guy who comes.
Sounds pretty boring. What is like your best job?
No, it was the best job because all I would do is I would roll a bunch of J's, and I'd have them in a little like jar, and I'd just have it in my cup holder, and I'd just be driving through the Bay, and the Bay Area is beautiful. So I'd be driving through the Bay Area, smoking joint after joint after joint, listening to music, and just, you know, it's a chill job. You just pull up, hand a thing, they hand you the thing back, or you go up there.
You're all
and you-
high, smelling like weed. They're like,
Oh,
this guy's
yeah.
handing me an envelope full of anthrax.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it was really fun. Got to see all of the Bay Area.
When did you live there? What did you do for school, or how?
Yeah,
did,
I was in school from 2000 till 2005. And
Where?
Berkeley.
What part of the Bay? Okay. Oh wow.
But
Damn.
and then I worked probably 2005 till 2007 as like delivering subpoenas and stuff.
Damn. So 3 years out there.
Yeah.
You go from San Diego to the Bay.
No, I never lived in San Diego.
Oh, why did I think
I grew up
you-
in Orange County. but
That's right.
close.
That's right. Never
Because
mind.
you're not his friend. That's why you thought.
No, I am. It's just I don't care
I
about.
don't care about him. He talks and I go, whoa.
Where? So have you lived anywhere else? Like you just Stockton to LA? Was your life?
Yeah, Stockton, and then like there's this little town in Manteca, but it's just next to Stockton.
Okay.
I lived on a farm there, and then I lived
Manteca.
Manteca.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then L.A. I lived in my car for probably the most a time I'll never forget was living in my car working at a coffee shop. That was
Yeah.
probably my best job.
Okay.
Because it was not being in the car.
Yeah.
And it was a fun job. I was like, this is a fun, like making bagel sandwiches for business. And it was good. It was good. I would write jokes.
Yeah.
And I was like just back there in a little kitchen writing jokes, drinking cold brew, fucking making bagel sandwiches for
Hell yeah.
entitled people.
Yeah.
But it was nice.
Damn. A
It was
good bagel
time to
sandwich
reflect.
is nice, dude.
Yeah. But I made the bagel sandwiches. It wasn't until I went to New York I was like, this is what a bagel sandwich is. I'm
fair.
a fucking farce.
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit who makes avocado toast. I
Wow.
hate it.
Wow. You got bougie real quick.
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah.
I 100%. I've
Yeah.
become a coffee cunt. Now I
Oh,
don't.
really?
Yeah, I used to be AM PM scum.
Yeah.
You know, just give me all that fucking the
Yeah.
medium roast burnt
Yeah.
shit. Now I'm like, what is that low acid cold brew? Let me get some
Yeah.
of that.
I did get into that for a while. Fuck.
Yeah, well, as you worked as a barista.
Yeah, I was a barista, and that was like the shit because they were like roasting their own beans in house, like small batches and stuff, and they would
I
get
love those places.
crazy, like expensive fucking coffees and stuff, and we'd get to try everything. And you know, we also like would make a tea with like the fruit from
Yeah.
from coffee, like the cherry sort of like whatever, and that was
Oh, I
really
didn't even know
good.
that was a thing. There's fruit on coffee.
Yeah,
pods?
there's like on the outside of a coffee bean, there's like almost like it's kind of like a dried cherry. It tastes like, and it's pretty good. And you can like steep that and make it has a little bit of caffeine in it. It's really good.
Oh, yum. I'll try that.
Coffee has got my priority all fucked up because I'll walk in with a shirt that I've had for years with a hole in it. and I'd be like, let me get an $8 cup of
Yeah,
coffee, please.
yeah. Some pour over.
Let me
you
get
know,
that
shit.
pour over, and I'll be drinking like this is good.
You know what I learned about when I was working there was London fogs. Those are pretty good. It's like
I think you got that wrong. If there's an A in the middle of that.
well, those are just cigarettes you get in England.
Oh,
man.
that's what I meant. They're cigarettes. We're talking
yeah.
cigarettes.
No, it's Earl Grey tea with vanilla, like syrup and milk. It's like a latte. It's really good, man.
I've never been a milk and tea guy. Like
I love
I'm just a
boba, man. I
regular tea.
fuck with
Yeah, I
boba.
know boba's pretty good.
Matcha's great,
But as an Iranian, like we don't really fuck with milk and
Really?
tea. Yeah.
unless it's goat's milk.
yeah.
Straight from the goat's actual
only
titty.
from the goat. Yeah.
No, it's you do a shot of tea and then you
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, store.
Yeah.
Like you getting hired here. So yours was pretty fresh here, getting hired at the Comedy Store.
I think I just hit a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was you wanted to come to the store.
Yeah.
Like, you wanted to be a door guy.
Yeah, so after the Kill Tony thing, man, I couldn't even see stuff online about the store. It would bum me out because I was like I was in the mix. It was like my life. And then pandemic happened and I was away from it and I would see people post the lineups and go, I'm going up. And I was like, fuck, I couldn't look at it. That would depress me. Mm-hmm. And then I got a text asking if I'd ever want to be a door guy. And I was like delivering wine at the time. And I hit up Jesse and I hit up Jeremiah. I was like, I have to do this, right? Like I have to. And and then I just fucking came and it happened.
Who was your rec for a door person?
I mean, Jeremiah would drop my name every chance he got, and Jesse also. Mm-hmm. I don't really know. I don't know how it happened.
Well, Stephen Fury was my rec. That's
Okay,
why. So,
yeah.
yeah.
I got a call from one of the higher ups here asking me. I have a relationship with this person for a long time through Kill Tony and stuff. So I felt very, very like privileged and honored to be asked instead of me like, let me be a door guy. And then a lot of people said I could have done it a long time ago, but they didn't think I would have taken it. They said
That's
thought
exactly
it was, like,
when
beyond
you
that.
got it. I was like, Joel.
Yeah. Richie said the same thing, and he's like, he was like, you could have had this a long time ago. We just didn't think you would want it.
Right. You gotta let people know.
Yeah.
So,
you have to
but-
speak up.
Yeah, we're trying.
We're trying. No,
Yeah.
it seems like you're thriving at it.
Yeah, I'm doing good now. I think
Yeah.
for now.
I guess the context of being a door guy here, you used to be, for at least for me, it was like a couple recommendations. You had to kill your audition, and then it was a kind
You don't
of
have to have any recommendations either.
at all, huh?
Yeah, not at all. I mean, if the talent coordinator watched you, like I saw it happen with certain people. They would just talent coordinator would see them and boom, talk to them and offer them a job, or the talent coordinator would watch you and be like, nah.
Yeah.
Like
I think you're right because I think that's how Hugo Galaxy got hired.
He was just
I saw him do potluck like he murdered,
Really wild, cool,
destroyed,
awesome.
Yeah, and then like I haven't seen that set, and Hugo's just been weird.
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, I like this new Hugo. It's
Yeah.
like a Theo Von like energy. He'll just go up there and say weird shit. And I'm
Yeah, I like that he takes risks here. It's like kind of
He
scary to
doesn't care.
do. Yeah.
Like it'll take a whiff and go, whatever, dude. And
Yeah,
have, like
whatever.
like a pair of woman's glasses on. I'm like, this guy rips.
Yeah. I came to do my showcase. I was so nervous and I just did one. And I just went over to say thank you to Emily and Jen for the time. And Emily just said, do you want to work here? And I was like, hell yeah, I'll start whenever you guys want,
And she's like, all right now.
Yeah.
Sweep up. as
Somebody
we speak.
somebody peed in the urinal.
But like, so people actually who are listening are probably actually wondering how you get the job. So it's like LukeSchwartz@gmail.com. You send him your 5-minute tape, right? And if he doesn't respond, you send him a message on Facebook. You send him a message on IG.
And his phone number is
His phone number is 555.
No.
555.
555. Hello, is Indiana Jones there? Remember that joke?
This is honestly the best job.
Best job.
Anyone could ask for if you you're trying to become a comedian.
Yeah.
Nothing beats it.
Nothing, man.
And when I hear other door guys complain about anything, like I'm not a door guy anymore, but when I used to hear they're like, I don't get these, I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, for real.
Shut the fuck up.
It's all perspective, man.
I was watching the door guys throw away the trash the other day, and it just made me feel like I was working here again because like somebody else was throwing away the trash. You know? I was like, oh, it's just like I'm still here. I'm still working here.
It was
Man.
great. You're like managing from sacred ground.
Yeah.
The number one sentence said here is, "Where's Hormuz?"
No,
He's
No,
probably
they know where
back
I am.
there.
They
Yeah,
know where I am.
they know where he's
Yeah.
at. He's at his office.
Yeah.
He's sacred ground.
Yeah, you're like the Fonz. Like, you just like step into my office. You
It's a
walk back there.
bathroom. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It does bum me out that I don't work here anymore, but I am glad I don't work here anymore.
Same.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm a paid regular here. And I think it'll happen soon for you. You probably love that you work here still.
Yeah, for sure.
But eventually, at some point, you're like, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, it'll happen. I do want to say it's been really great watching you guys go up and stuff. Like, it's
The mic is off.
Oh. Good. Don't get me being fucking sentimental.
There we go.
Yeah, it's been fun watching you guys do sets. I mean, things have hit me. Like, I've always known you guys were good, but like recently I've really meditated on how good joke writers and like performers the both of you guys are.
We
It's
have
been-
to be.
Yeah.
We're at the fucking comedy.
No,
store.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
At this point, like if it doesn't push you or elevate you to want to be a better comedian, or even like a better person, like
Yeah.
that's how I treat other comics and shit.
You're a little more high profile.
Yeah.
You got to be careful how you treat people because they know who you are now and stuff like
I
that.
can't
Yeah.
just fucking say you're garbage, and
Yeah.
I hate you. You know, I
Yeah.
have
You
to be
still do,
nice.
but no.
Well, stop fucking.
Stop being garbage.
Stop being
yeah.
garbage.
Anything you guys want to promote? Any plug?
This won't come out in time. No, just at Mostly Sorry. I play drums in a hardcore band at Mad Peaceful Band. And I have another podcast called Lesser Known Characters with Chappelle AC at Lesser Known Characters Pod.
And I'm going to be joining Mad Peaceful as the recorder player.
Oh, I love that.
Excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be me in the corner.
Just don't bring the
No,
snake
when's
in the
that?
basket.
When Chappelle was telling me about a show y'all have on Sunday.
Yeah, this won't come out by then, but we're playing Sunday, July 9th, matinee show, 4 p.m. at Knucklehead in Hollywood. I want
Hollywood.
everybody that's in fucking LA to come check
I'll
us
be
out.
there.
It'll be sick.
Dirty at 10:30 show. I don't know when this is coming out,
It's
but
not
we
gonna
got our
be
Dirty
time.
at 10:30 show and Comedy Dating show.
Yeah.
Check it out on the Comedy Store website or on my
At Not Hormones.
at Not Hormos on social media.
At Soul Comedy on social media, soulcomedy.com. I got all sorts of dates coming to DC in January, like later.
Hell
just
yeah.
put
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
I'm going
stuff
to
that
DC
they
with
can't-
you.
Hormos is coming to DC with
Going
me.
back to DC, baby.
Baby.
That's where I started stand-up.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys doing the Comedy Attic or what is it?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, the Loft. Like
There's
the
a
Comedy Loft.
great chili spot there. They do hot dogs and chili. And
I thought
shit.
you said
That's
there's
right
a great
next to where
Chili's.
first time I ever did stand-up
Really?
was at Sully's in U Street Corridor, and it's right next to Ben's Chili Bowl.
That's it, Ben's.
Yeah.
Fuck, I've eaten so much food.
Well, now
there.
we have to eat
it's
Chili's
really good.
there.
No, it's really good.
All right.
And I want to go back to Sully's. I want to go to the place that I did my first open mic
Yeah,
at. That'd be
cool.
fun.
Hell
To
yeah.
burn it down. Sully's, we're coming to burn you down.
Yeah.
Go run a few
Stupid bitch.
scams.
Well, that's been Dogs of Browntown.
Hell yeah.
We love you. We love most whites. Bye.
Yeah, adios.
Great dismount.
Yeah, dude.
We love most whites.
Most whites, dude.
Please rate, review, subscribe right down here.
Follow us on Instagram at Dogs of Browntown and follow me on Instagram at Not Hormones.
Don't forget about me. That's Soul Comedy, Soul Trujillo.
Hey, don't leave me out of the fun. I'm at Mostly Sorry on Instagram. Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing right now? You better be subscribing. Check this one. Click, or maybe this video. I know you want to click that one. That's the one you want. Just subscribe.